Yo, what's going on, my people? I'm Cotti, music producer from South London. I'm predominantly known for my dubstep music, a bit of grime as well. I'm also a studio engineer, an international DJ, and a record label owner. Check out my label, SumtingNew Records. Okay, well, I got into making music production early 2000. Well, actually, I think it was MCing that I got into first. I started off as like a jungle MC, garage MC, just messing around with my mates. We had our own little decks and a mic, and we just recording sets and writing lyrics and just, just having a vibe, you get me? But then I started getting into production side probably around 2002, 2003, making beats on Cubase. My dad gave me his computer. He went to Jamaica. Dad gave me his computer with Cubase, and I didn't even have a keyboard. I was just putting the dots in myself and making beats, just making that grime and, well, it was garage back then. As garage was turning into grime, so I was making a bit of grime, a bit of garage. Then like 2004, I got myself and a couple of my boys, we got on radio, on pirate radio, on Top of them in South London. And like we did a grime show, we had DJing that, we were MCing, and just every week just creating some good vibes, you know what I mean? And just trying to network with other MCs, brand MCs and that from South London, East London, North London, wherever. Then 2006 I got into dubstep through a good friend of mine, DJ Chef and Lofa from DMZ, Digital Mystics. I bucked up with them guys. They started checking out my tunes and playing them on radio, playing them. They were DJs already. I wasn't a DJ yet, so they started playing some of my tracks and showing their mates, and that's kind of how I went into the dubstep scene. Then I started DJing myself, 2006. Lofa had his own rave, DMZ. Gave me my second ever DJ slot. Yeah, and that was it. Like, the rest is history. I mean, like, shows just kept coming in, like, just built up kind of thing. I mean, I started putting out releases as well in 2006. That white label, the first one was a white label, then I started my own label. And yeah, and that's where the journey's taken me to like 25 countries throughout the world. And I'm still here now, grinding, putting my heart into it, you know? Yeah, so around about 2004, me and my boys, we landed a slot on Top FM 95.5, still on today. And it started in 2004, and it was like a grime station. There was probably at least 20 different grime crews. We all had our own different slots. And it was really the catalyst for grime music in South London. So, I think that's where I kind of gave me hope to carry on and really push even further, you know what I mean? 2005, I done my first release, which was a white label, grime, 4 grime tracks on there. Me and one guy, Clue Kid. And then 2006 we got into dubstep. I met up with a good friend, Chef, DJ Chef, and Lofa from Digital Mystics. They kind of introduced me to dubstep, the sound of dubstep, so I spent a bit of time, got into it, started making beats. Those guys were supporting my beats, DJing out radio shows. Then I started playing DJ shows myself in 2006. playing like mostly my own tracks on dub plates, not even CDs. Yeah, so I started doing a lot of UK shows, and in 2008 started getting international bookings. I done my first international show in Holland with Benga. Never forget that. Wicked night. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's taken me over 25 different countries. Like literally just DJing, spreading the sound of dubstep. And I'm here right now, trying to carry on the legacy. If I had to describe my style of dubstep, well, there's two sides to it. You've got like obviously current and past, and it has kind of evolved through the years. I mean, or expanded, should I say. I started off making more like the reggae kind of style, or W style dubstep. That's kind of what I got known for. Then I made a track called Sensi Dub, and the ethos behind that track, or the idea behind that track, was to mix the dubby side of the dubstep with the more deeper or harder side of dubstep. And it worked really well because that was a really good tune. We got support from so many people, like, you know, Mala, Cotti, Scream, Benga, everybody, like Casper, Roscoe, all playing that tune. I was testing the waters, you know, because a lot of people were making either the harder stuff or deeper stuff or the W stuff. I thought, let me try and put it together, see how it works. See, like, you know, it went down very well. Like I said, a lot of people were supporting it, and it even got to number 4 in the UKG charts. I couldn't believe it. BBC One Extra called me up, asking me for the details for the track. So after I made that track, I carried on making that kind of style where I'd mix the kind of reggae vocals and reggae stabs or reggae bass line, and I'd mix it with the kind of the more harder or the more deeper kind of dubstep. When I say harder, I mean like more kind of mid-range style. So I'd mix that with the reggae. So you got kind of best of the both worlds. So that's kind of, and even till today, it's still the same kind of thing I'm working with. But obviously, I can build the harder stuff by itself as well. I can build the reggae dubby stuff by itself as well. But for me, I like to mix and blend. So I think that's probably how I describe my sound. Number one, I would probably say the fact that I've travelled to over 25 different countries. That would cost a lot of money if I paid for that out of my own pocket. I've got to see a lot of the world, so for me that's a great achievement. I played quite a few festivals. I played at Festival, Isle of Wight, with Cotti, Digital Mystic. Played at Outlook Festival in Croatia, which is like the biggest dubstep festival in the world. Couple other festivals in different countries here and there. I've also played loads of DJ sets at like Fabric in London, O2, Matter, couple of different O2 academies out of London, like Leicester, Bristol. So that's DJ wise. Release wise, I had a track out on Fabric Live 37 mixed by Casper and Roscoe, and that was back in the end of 2007 or early 2008. So that was a really good look. What else? I had a track out on Ministry of Sound back in 2010. They had a dubstep compilation. And I've had a string of releases on Soul Jazz Records, which is quite an old school label. Yeah, they're about 15, 16 years old. They own the rights to Studio One, which is like old school dub reggae style recording. So they're quite eclectic and they know their biz. And they kind of, as dubstep was getting known around the world, they kind of got themselves involved like 2007, 2008. And I've done about 3 singles with them, I think. 3 singles, yeah, and I think 2 album compilations. I had a couple of tracks on there as well. So yeah, that was a good look for me back then. Yeah, throughout my musical career, I've also managed to work with a string of different artists from the UK to America. For example, I did a track with Jim Jones from Dubstep. I worked on a track with Massive Attack and Horace Andy. I did a remix for Knitting Sawney, who was signed to Virgin. I think he still is signed to Virgin now. I've worked with a string of grime artists from the UK, like Skepta, Jammer, E-Money, DWD and Footsie, Desperado, Big Nasty, Killer P, who else? Blacks, all of OGs, who else? I had a track with Devlin years ago. Yeah, and it's good to see all these guys moving forward, you know, like the UK scene is moving forward, positive vibes, like we're getting a chance to shine now, like, so, and it's kind of crazy, man, because I've seen it from back in like 2004, like 2012 now, and like from where guys were to where they are now, it's amazing. It's a good look, definitely. Okay, future stuff I've got coming up in the pipeline. I've got a brand new EP coming out on my own label, SumtingNew Records. The EP is called Go to Frank. It's 4 tracks, dubstep EP. You've got the title track, Go to Frank, which I've got the music video up on YouTube. And you've got 4 other instrumental tracks up on there as well. And that's going to be available on iTunes the 8th of October. I've also got an instrumental mixtape that I'm putting out. It's got 14 tracks on there. It's called Bangers No Mash Volume 1. I'm going to put that out mid-October. It'll be for a free download. So all you MCs out there that are looking for tracks for your mixtapes, the album, whatever, you can just download that 14 tracks, fresh tracks, Cotti tracks. It's mostly hip-hop, rap, bit of grime style. Yeah, and that's coming out mid-October. Free download. Check out my website, www.cottistn.com. It'll be available there, free. Then I'm doing another EP on my label again, SumtingNew, in December. I think it's the 10th of December, early December. And that's another 4-track dubstep EP. It's got a vocal track for myself called Babylon Trial, which again is like reggae dub mixed and blended and fused with the more harder side of dubstep as well. So it's a bit different there. But and then yeah, it's gonna have 3 other dubby, kind of old school, the straight dubby tracks on there as well. The EP is gonna be called Back to My Roots Volume 1. Yeah, like I said, that'll be out early December. So that's the near future stuff. I've got to release my album because I said I was going to release it this year. I've messed around or underestimated certain things. So I'm going to make sure that it happens next year, 2013. You're going to see the Cotti dubstep album, yeah? Follow-up EPs to Back to My Roots, Volume 2, Volume 3. I'm going to make sure 100% Volume 3 is going to be vinyl as well, not just digital. We're going to go back into vinyl because that's where the roots of my music is, vinyl, dub plates. Yeah, also I got my own solo hip hop mixtape coming out early 2013 with all my own beats on there and me even rapping as well, a couple of features. Just trying my hand at doing this artist thing as well, you know, because I love writing bars. Like before I was making beats, I was writing bars, you know, so but I try to balance it, you know what I mean? We're also going to have the follow-ups to Bangers No Mash, Volume 2 and 3, which is just, again, instrumentals, like 15, 14 track instrumental download. Yeah, you can download them off my website. I'm going to have one coming out early 2013 and one mid 2013. And yeah, like I said, you can download them off the website www.cottistn.com. Yeah, I'm going to be playing in Toruń, Poland on the 29th of September with some guys called Bad Boy Tune, and they got like a big sound system out there, 10K, gonna be sick. They asked me to bring my records, yeah, my dub plates and that. That's how you know these guys are serious. No CDs, yeah. They want me to bring my old school stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I've also got an American tour coming up from the 8th of October to the 16th of October. 5 dates, San Fran, Sacramento, Denver, New York, and San Francisco. Alright, so once again, this is Cotti representing SumtingNew, South London, and I'm telling you to follow me on Twitter at Cotti STN. But no, yeah, Facebook.com/Cotti STN, yeah, and bookmark my website, yeah, because that's where you're gonna get all the free mixtapes, downloads. That's where you're gonna get the updates for all the releases on iTunes, the latest videos, DJ sets, and if you want to find out where I'm playing, what bookings I've got, check out www.cottistn.com.